Good afternoon, good evening, and good night to all my vegans, veganettes, and not so vegans across the globe. It's your girl, Abeja Theatra, and welcome back to another episode of Cause It's Vegan. I gotta eat it.
There's no way I could ever go vegan. I'm not about to spend the rest of my life eating rabbit food.
Today I am super excited and also a little bit tired and overwhelmed because I decided to take on a new feat. Even though you guys are not seeing this video on Thanksgiving Day, today is Thanksgiving. Now, technically, I and my husband do not celebrate Thanksgiving, at least not actively. But one thing I've never done is actually made Thanksgiving food. Now, of course, yes, I've made greens before, I've made cornbread and, stuff like that, but I've never intentionally tried to make Thanksgiving food. So I thought, I want to give this a shot. For the past 3 days, I have been dying in the kitchen. I've tried other people's recipe, a couple things I made myself, or I just grabbed some pre-made things, and I'm super excited to share all of this with you. So first, let me show you my plate. All right, you guys, here is my plate. I've got some barbecue seitan, which I'm gonna put a little more barbecue on it. Cauliflower mac and cheese by Tattooed Chef. I've got a fried chanterelle mushroom. Of course, there's cranberry sauce. Underneath that is some dressing. I made some potato salad. I made some weird kind of stuffed butternut squash thing. All these recipes will be shared in the link below. There is some homemade cornbread and a Hawaiian roll. That's not vegan, but I don't care. But anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and try everything just so I can see if, I did a good job at following directions. Also, this is just plate number 1 for lunch. We will have dinner, in which there are a couple of other things that I made, but just are not gonna fit on this plate. And I know I'm not gonna eat that much because I don't really do Thanksgiving like that, and by that I mean people usually stuff themselves, and indulge in gluttony. I don't like to do that. So first I am going to try the barbecue seitan because it's sitting right in front of me. By the way, this recipe was made by the Wicked Kitchen. They are like mushroom experts, but they do other things. Just so you guys can see, here goes the barbecue seitan. Look at that. Let's see what this tastes like. Did you like it? I'm gonna eat it first. Well, it's definitely charred on the top, which is cool. Makes it feel like it was put on the grill, which I don't have. Oh, this is good. That was gonna be nasty. Of course, it doesn't taste exactly like a brisket, but it tastes good enough that I don't care. It's very meaty, actually. Like, you can tell it's not meat, but at the same time, it's still the texture of it. It's passable for me. Now let's move to Tattooed Chef cauliflower mac and cheese. Here you are. Okay. Let me try that again. This is good, but I don't really care for the fact that I know it's cauliflower instead of like noodles. And there's nothing wrong with it at all because I think it's good, but I just want regular, like traditional mac and cheese. I probably wouldn't buy this again. There's really nothing to say about this, the crust on the top. It's just blending in with everything else. Next is the fried chanterelle mushrooms, which if you guys look at it, it looks like a drumstick, doesn't it? What? Oh, wow. And you guys, I already tried chanterelle mushrooms, I think, last week. So, I know chanterelles are good. I have to say, it's kind of impressive. Let me show you the inside. You see that? That's pretty cool. Like, this tastes very meaty. All of the mushroom kind of looks like gristle from a chicken though. So that's pretty funny. So, oh my. Oh, that really tastes like a chicken bite. Look one more time. What? This is really good, y'all. The chanterelle mushroom is a gift. Cranberry sauce, which I actually don't know everything cranberry sauce is made out of. I don't know if that's vegan. I don't care though. It's one of those things I eat once a year Every year. Doesn't matter what's happening. Even if I was sitting at home doing nothing, I would have cranberry sauce. I don't know about you, but I know there are several people in the world who grew up eating a whole can themselves. I was one of those people. Anyway, to my dressing. So I did follow someone's recipe, but then I kind of switched some things up just because I remember certain things from growing up that I wanted that they didn't have. So anyway, just so you guys know. Oh, that's good. It's probably my favorite thing so far, other than the cranberry sauce. So this tastes like dressing. There's celery in here, and onion, of course the breading, but I also got some tofurkey Italian sausage, I think it was the flavor, and scallions. This, oh my god, this is good. This excites me so much. Okay, I'm gonna stop. What's one more bite? So far, that's my favorite thing on this plate. Wow. Take a bite of the cranberry sauce with it. That's what you're supposed to do, right? Hawaiian roll. Always good. I'm gonna move to the cornbread. Now, first, I just want to show you guys this cornbread. I used this recipe from one of my favorite YouTubers to follow recipes from, and that is Rainbow Plant Life, Nishavora. This is our homemade cornbread. Just look at the cornbread and don't focus on my finger shaking. But do y'all see how the inside of the, like, I haven't even been into it yet, but the consistency is like perfection. There is no like cakey looking part. I hope that's really the case throughout this whole thing, but let me try it. Okay, so you know what? This is good, but so the thing I said about the consistency is definitely true. However, I realized I think I like my cornbread to be just a little bit more moist. I'm not sure if that's the thing coming from her recipe or if it's just because of the type of cornmeal I used, because I know she talked about using a certain type that produced a certain whatever, majigger bobber. Yeah, I just prefer a different texture. Now, I will say it tastes very good though. Everyone knows about Jiffy. So it's not as sweet as Jiffy, but I do think it's very good. So next time if I try the recipe, I probably put a little bit more agave nectar just because I love sweet cornbread. Like, I don't want to feel like I'm eating cornmeal, which I don't, like 90%. And then 10% of me does feel like I'm eating cornmeal. Does that make sense? I hope so. So the next thing I'm going to try is the potato salad. Right off the bat, one of the things I know I did wrong was I made my potato chunks a little too big. But honestly, I've been cooking for the past 3 days, and I think I was just mentally exhausted when I made this yesterday. But still in a good mood. You shouldn't cook in a bad mood. I guess technically you shouldn't cook while you're exhausted, but I had to get this stuff done. I don't remember whose recipe I did like in my head, but the link will be below. I'm going to go ahead and give it a shot. Also, I could have let my potatoes cook maybe a tiny bit longer, but I just cooked it for the same amount of time she said. Her potatoes probably weren't as big as mine. This is good though. Hold on, let me get a garbanzo bean, which is supposed to be the egg replacement. I do seriously wish I would have made these potatoes smaller though and cooked them more. Still a bit on the crunchier side, which I don't care for. But taste-wise, this is very good. It tastes like potato salad, minus the crunchiness of the potatoes. So, thumbs up for that recipe. And last but not least is the stuffed butternut squash, also coming from Rainbow Plant Life. Like I said, she's one of my favorite YouTubers, so I want to try something different, something that I've never had before, and that would be stuffed butternut squash. So I'm a little nervous, but here it is. Basically there's some spinach, some kind of cheese recipe that she made, which I noticed mine came out a little sweeter. I wanted it to be more cheesy, but I probably just did something wrong. Anyway, instead of using farro like she mentioned, I actually just used lentils. This is interesting. Let me take another bite. I do like it though. It's just so different. And it's not, like I said, it's not something I've had before. Yeah. So there's like a tiny hint of savoriness from it, from the topping, which if my cheese was cheesier, it would have been sweet and savory together. It's mostly sweet, but there is some savoriness also coming from the lentils. So I think next time I do this recipe, I would execute it better and it'd probably be fire. But as of right now, it is actually very good. She did not disappoint. Okay, so that is everything on the plate for now. I'm gonna enjoy my food and then I will come back round 2 with other things that were not on this plate, and that does include a little bit of dessert. All right, you guys, so we are back for part 2 and completely different foods except for a couple of repeats. All right, so here is the gumbo. Then we've got some greens, mashed potatoes, here another chanterelle. Then we've got some roast, and I fixed some things. Okay, so now you saw everything. So earlier I had said that I wish I would have let my potatoes cook a little longer because they were a little bit undone still. So what I ended up having to do is to put it in the oven, I think for like a total of 45 minutes. And then when I took it out, I actually bit by bit put it in my food processor and just pulsed it a couple times. I didn't let it run, of course, because then the potatoes would get gummy and everything. But the consistency and everything is good now. And then I actually added a little bit of turmeric because it wasn't as potato salad looking as I wanted it to look, you know, which that usually it comes from the mustard, but the Dijon mustard isn't as yellow. So now it looks like that. Anyway, I am going to try it. Yes, I also put it back in the cold, so I'm not gonna eat hot potato salad. So let's see if I made it better. Okay, we're good now. We are back in business. Easy save. I actually want to go ahead and try this vegan roast by none other than Field Roast. And this is their sage and garlic plant-based celebration roast. All I had to do was, of course, thaw it. So I did that yesterday. Put the oven on 325 and then baste it in some broth or oil and herbs. So I just did veggie broth. And then let it reheat for 30 to 40 minutes. There are stovetop and microwave instructions, but no. So here is my piece here. It also comes with some stuffing on the inside, which you can see. This is good. This is really good. So it's been a while since I've had turkey, ham, all those types of things. So I don't remember what they taste like, to be honest. But what I can say is that if it tastes like this roast here, then this is fire. But even if it tastes like something completely different, this is really good. It's very meaty. It's also flavorful. I do get hints of the sage in here. It's good as well. Wow, that is really, really good. Now, the one thing I will say is that it kind of tastes like their Italian sausage a bit. Actually, I have one. Let me try it. But it's still different. Okay, so you can tell that they're close to the same. Overall, I really like the presentation of Field Roast's celebration roast because it looked like meat. You know, they got the prints and everything, and I don't know how they did it, but congratulations to them for making something great. I got this for $5.55 before tax. Go me. So now we move on to the mashed potatoes, which I actually know how to make mashed potatoes. My mashed potatoes are very good. But one day, in the midst of me watching my favorite YouTuber, she had a video, Rainbow Plant Life, of the perfect mashed potatoes. And I was like, what's that? So I tried out her recipe, not all the way, because I use sweet potatoes. I know she had some Yukon Gold potatoes, but I had russet, Yukon Gold, and one sweet potato. Other than that, I followed her recipe, like the miso. Oh yeah. I like these. And I can taste the miso. This is really good. I give it a 10 out of 10. But I probably wouldn't make it like this all the time just because there is a particular taste or certain seasonings that I like with my mashed potatoes. And this isn't it. But this is like extremely good. The potatoes are very, very smooth. Let's move to the collard greens. It's collard green, mustard green, onion, a little bit of celery, and potato. These are good. But I forgot my hot sauce. Hold up. No matter how good greens are, I do not eat them without hot sauce. Got it. Growing up, I used to be a Louisiana hot sauce girl, but the taste changed to me. Not because I went plant-based. It happened before then, so now I'm all about Frank's. These greens are great. Try this again, now that I'm eating them the correct way. Oh, wrong pipe. Hold up. That's good. All right. So the last thing I have to taste is the gumbo, which can't remember. Actually, it was Eat More Plants. I used his recipe, and I kind of mixed it a little bit with Beef for Real's recipe. I didn't have shrimp, so I used artichoke hearts, which I know she does hearts of palm, but I had artichokes, so I used that. And I mean, they basically taste the same, but they don't, but they do. And I used her method as far as preparing those, but for the rest of this recipe, I followed his instructions. This looks like a really nice bite, y'all. Oh, wow. Y'all. This is this is creamy and delicious and flavorful and everything. Growing up, I didn't really eat gumbo, so having gumbo as an adult, and especially this gumbo, I'm just kind of like, where has it been my entire life? What was wrong with my mom? Why she ain't never feed me gumbo? I'm mad about it. So, anyway, you guys should check out Eat More Plants gumbo recipe, because that's what I use. But I have made gumbo before, and I used Beef for Real's recipe, and it actually tastes different, but still very good. So you can try them both out. I'll leave them both in the description below. I am going to enjoy my food, and then I'll come back with one final thing, and that is the banana pudding. Last but not least, Notcho Mama's banana pudding. Yum, 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 yum. I just want to say that this was vegan, and then it went vegetarian because I couldn't get the thicker pudding-like consistency with the coconut Cool Whip that I had used. So I ended up having to Instacart regular Cool Whip. Nevertheless, instead of using Chessman cookies, since those do have butter and milk, I used Lorna Doones, which everybody knows Lorna Doone is fire. Okay, that's just without question. And I wanted ice cream with it. This brand right here, Haus. Wonder if that was made by a German woman. This is a vegan brand. It also says it's the creamiest texture. It does contain soy. They thought it was very important for you to know that this is a woman-founded and led ice cream company. Do I care about that? No, I really just care if it's good. This thing is 1 serving per sandwich. It's a pretty big one. The flavor is OG vanilla. Tahitian vanilla, and it's between double chocolate cookies. So here's a fourth. There's the chocolate cookies. I'm not a fan of bananas and banana pudding, like many people in the world, so it is banana-less. I ain't gonna lie, I was very nervous. This This is good. Oh, shoot. The only thing that I would change about this is maybe I would have made it this morning. Because the Lorna Doone cookies are super, super soft, and I wish they weren't as soft. But at least because the Chessmans, they do get soft, but these are like super, super soft, and I'd rather not have that. But other than that, oh, this is so good. I haven't had Notcho Mama's banana pudding in a long time, since before 2016. And this just brings on so many delicious childhood memories. So now let's try this. What? It is creamy. Hold on. This is very creamy ice cream. Are you sure it is vegan? Okay. It's vegan. This is really good. The vanilla is very rich and creamy, and this is some good vanilla ice cream. I do not feel like I'm eating vegan ice cream or coconut ice cream or I feel like this is straight up cow's milk ice cream. And this cookie is the icing on the cake. This is really, really good, you guys. I honestly don't know what else to say about it. The cookie is very chocolatey as well, and it's not tough to eat. But of course, the cookie isn't very thick, as you guys can see. I know like a lot of other ones use an even thicker cookie, but this is quite small, which I actually like. So I definitely recommend Cool House OG Vanilla, Tahitian Vanilla. Now, they have, I think, a total of 6 flavors. I bought 5. That will be in the next video if you want to check that out to see if all those flavors are good. That's pretty much it. This is our not Thanksgiving. I hope you guys have an excellent day. Love your friends, love your family, love your enemies. Love this, oh my gosh, this awesome vegan food. But most importantly, remember to love peaches and all the sneeches. Goodbye, you guys.